understanding, and then we can build off of that. All right, before we start talking any more about these sons of God, I want to talk about what I said about there being other inhabited worlds, and I'm going to provide some scriptural proof for that right out of the Hebrew Bible. Now, I already have it pre-written here, and I'd like to go ahead and read you right now from the book of Hebrews, chapter 1, verse 2. Hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom hath he appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. Now this reveals two things that most of you are probably unaware of. The first, that Jesus Christ is the creator of the known universe that we are in, and at the same time, the inhabited worlds. Now this will expand further on his proclamation that he has many other sheep that are not of this fold. And what he is talking about is off-world, mankind that has inhabited other worlds in his creation of this universe. So that's what that states. So now we're going to move for one more piece of evidence. And this is going to have something to do with Lucifer, and it has everything to do with Lucifer before he was rebellious. Now this is going to be Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 14. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. First we see that Lucifer was a perfect being, and that he was even on the holy mountain of God, in which means he had access to the congregation of the Most Highs. I don't want to go into detail there, but trust me on this. And then it also says, thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. The stones of fire are the individual planetary suns. That is a symbolic reference to these blazing suns that the inhabited worlds are orbiting around. So when it is telling you that he has walked up and down in the midst of these stones of fire, that is telling you that he has free reign to go between these individual planetary systems. Now in this case, this was before he rebelled. Now that should open up an incredible amount of information. Stones of fire are the planetary systems with their fiery suns. Now that you have got a little bit of scriptural proof, let's go ahead and recap here on Genesis 6, and we're going to read this, and then we'll talk about it in the next video. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And we're going to skip down because we've got a time limit. And it says, there were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. Now that would translate to demigods, mighty men which were of old, men of renown. And when it says they came in unto the daughters of men, that means they had sexual relations, they procreated. So these sons of God are not angels, they are not aliens, they are a part of the divine plan. These aren't just haphazard space explorers. This is a part of the intricate working of our Father in heaven. But as you know, and if you have heard me state, there has been a rebellion, and that rebellion results in these sons of God having sexual relationships with the daughters of men. Think.